just got a lot on my mind, and haven't been able to talk to anyone at work about it because it's not really the kind of stuff you talk about while you're doing sales or shipment at Victoria's Secret. But I've been thinking about how there's really no like intrinsic meaning to life, right? There's no one point of existence. And well, on one hand, of course, that is super freeing. Like, it's liberating to know that you don't have to fit any certain mold or destiny or, you know, any one purpose that you don't align with. You don't ever have to follow that because there is no overarching like theme of life other than to be, to exist, right? There is existence and then there's non-existence, and the beauty is that we get to make our own meaning, you know, and that's really awesome on one hand. But then, like, on the other hand, it can be a little like depressing, I think, because when there's no point, it puts the onus on you to come up with the point, to decide the meaning of life for yourself. And sometimes it comes with a sort of like decision paralysis, you know? Like, there are so many different meanings and points I could choose from, and knowing that it would just be subjective and not objective can be a little disheartening and can make it seem pointless. And I know I'm just going to be talking in circular reasoning and logic right now because that's where my mind's a little bit stuck at. But I don't know, it's a little disheartening to know that there really isn't intrinsic meaning for any of this. Although, you know, the paradox of that, the pointlessness of life, is that the point is making your own point, right? In a sense. And I guess not necessarily for everyone, but for me at least, what I've discovered is the meaning comes from discovering your own meaning in life. The journey is the destination, that sort of thing, you know? But I don't know. I guess it's just kind of confusing and doesn't serve as motivation for me. Though I know there is a perspective where it could probably change to some kind of motivation. But I'm just thinking about how humanity and consciousness in general is supposed to reconcile the paradox of meaning and lack thereof, rather. Well, in conjunction, rather. I don't know. I was watching these videos about the magnum opus and all this stuff while I was doing shipment, and the Negredo, the Dark Night of the Soul, and I kind of feel like, I don't know, there's part of me that feels like I've been there, and then there's part of me that feels like I'm still there. It's like you put in all this effort to become aware, to understand, only to realize that, like, once you hit that, then, you know, you understand that there's really no divine meaning or cause above the rest that's worth devoting yourself to. And you have to confront the fact that as a human, a lot of us have this innate desire to, like, want to be told what the meaning of life is so that we can find motivation to follow it. And that's a little, I guess, shameful to admit. Almost like an embarrassment of the ego to want to be a follower rather than a leader, to want to be told what to do. But it's just because it quenches uncertainty, you know, to have a certain answer. But there are no certain answers truly in life. I mean, perhaps even the idea that there are no certain answers isn't certain, you know? There are some certainties, like death, but that's paradox. Any truth is going to also have some kind of context where it is not true either. And I think we all naturally want to reconcile paradox, but the trick, I know, is to be able to sit in that paradox of uncertainty and just be right there. But it's hard. And I'm not quite sure how to do that. It kind of just leaves me feeling like restless, you know? maturity that they'd be watching this anyways, but I'm just babbling and talking to myself mostly. Thinking about what kind of meaning I want to create in my own life. I don't want my meaning just to be finding the meaning, you know? I want something bigger than me. And it just sucks to come to the realization that though there, of course, are things larger than the individual, there's no one right answer to what you're supposed to do with your life, to what you're supposed to make of it. Again, it's like that decision paralysis that comes with infinite choice, you know? And it's just unnerving. I just kind of feel general disruption within me rather than peaceful. And I'm trying to figure out how to shift my perspective to find peace in uncertainty. But again, easier said than done. We're humans and we want certainty and we want assuredness and we want one answer, but that's just not really how life seems to work in my experience. Though I wish it would with all my fucking heart. But yeah, one of the videos I was listening to, it was like there's gonna come this point in your conscious awareness journey that like you're gonna make strides, you're gonna transform bits and pieces of yourself, and you're going to feel that peace, and then it's all going to become apparent that it doesn't matter how much you learn, how much wisdom and discernment you gain, the whole essence of existence is just to be. You don't have to reach any certain goal or, you know, you don't have a predestined purpose necessarily. You're just, the whole point is to be in the present, you know, to experience life. And like I said, there's a certain kind of like ego defeat that comes with that, because I think we all want to like have some kind of special life purpose and plan for ourselves, the individual, you know. We all want that, I think, deep down, but to learn how to accept that there's really, that's not really a thing. We have to create that for ourselves. It's not bestowed upon us, can be kind of like saddening, I guess. And maybe I'm just wrong in some way. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. Maybe I have the understanding wrong. I don't know. I feel like I was doing really good spiritually for a while. And then I've kind of hit this lull where I just kind of lost my motivation again. And it's more than like clinical depression. It's kind of like a spiritual depression, kind of an isolation where I don't really have anyone in my life I can talk to about this kind of stuff like regularly, you know. And it's kind of exhausting for me to talk about anyways, even just by myself. It's exhausting to think about, and then been trying to distract myself with art and TV, and it's just, it feels hollow, you know. It is hollow in a sense. But I understand too, like, this is one of those tests from my highest self to myself now. Like, what will I do when I reach this point, you know? And part of me feels like, you know, I'm still hopeful about life like I haven't been in a very long time. I still feel like there's a lot of good to come and a lot of beauty. But there's also a lot of monotony and, like, boredom and restlessness too. And so it's like, how do we handle all that, you know? I don't know. I don't even know, so I doubt y'all know. Oh, hello, y'all are talking. Oh, hey. I'm glad that someone else understands how I feel with all this. I feel kind of alone in my understanding, though, I mean, I'm clearly, like, not, and I know that, but it still feels that way, you know? It's rough. So this is just my test. How do I bring myself back to that, like, motivation and joy and contentment in uncertainty once I start to feel the, like, I guess, ugliness of it? If anyone's got any tips or tricks, you just let me know. I just got home from work. I'll try to eat something. All I had was like breakfast shakes. Oh, I'm unlocking my car. I was pressing the unlock button. Some days are harder than others. You'll get it back. Do you have a guitar? I do. I have an acoustic electric and an electric guitar. I haven't played in a very long time, and I also am just, like, not good at tuning electric guitars. I don't know what it is about it, but, like, I usually tune by ear, and I just can't do that with an electric guitar. I guess I do have a tuner somewhere. Yeah, I was gonna leave these sunglasses in my car. Put these back. Because, that little, like, thing that you pull down, I don't know what they're called, the mirror that you pull down, the one on the driver's side of my car is brokety-bro, non-existent, so I have to wear sunglasses if I'm driving, facing the sun. Put a second pair of sunglasses in there, too, in case I take the pair out that I just did. Start playing, it'll definitely help. Yeah, I do miss playing guitar. I haven't played much in the last 5 years since I started getting arthritic-like pain in my hands, which has made it really hard to play. So it's more so the physical boundaries that I haven't been able, or I guess willing to try to get past. Kind of why I switched to painting. It's a little bit easier on my hands. You don't have to press hard. In fact, with the fine line painting, you don't want to press hard, so it's been easier on my hands. I thought about maybe trying to play my son's ukulele, because that might be like an easier stringed instrument for my hands. But I don't know. I think I've let, like, my sadness that it's harder to play, like, keep me from even trying, if that makes sense. Turmeric daily will help. Oh, and thank you that you like my paintings. Yeah, I'm on, like, a whole list of vitamins and stuff. I got diagnosed, I think maybe last year or this year. I don't even know. Time is an illusion. But I recently got diagnosed with mast cell activation syndrome, which came from a pretty severe COVID infection, and my body just has not been the same since then. I'm opening a package. Oh, it's a gift from someone. That's so sweet. But yeah, I've also been thinking too about, I don't remember where this quote came from, but I definitely didn't come up with it on my own. It's someone who's, like, was famous or is famous. And the quote is, "Be neither affected by praise nor criticism." And it's kind of gotten me thinking too, you know. I don't really know exactly how this is related to my, you know, meaningless life thoughts, but kind of is, I guess, in a way. Just, like, trying to, I guess, find that peaceful center that isn't reactive to good or bad. Because the thing is, if you try to not be reactive to the bad parts of life, but then still allow yourself to be reactive to the good parts of life, eventually you just end up being reactive to all of it, right? And it seems kind of, like, sad to not be reactive to the, like, good parts of life, like praise and stuff like that. But it doesn't mean you don't, like, acknowledge it. It just means you don't base your mood and identity off of it, if that makes sense. Oh, thank you. I would like to think of myself as a good person, but I think, you know, we're all always our own worst critics, and it's easy to get caught up on your own deficits, you know? I do try my best, though, and I tell my son all the time that, like, it's not about the results, it's about the effort. And I know I need to hold myself to that same standard, too, but it is difficult. Ooh, I'm gonna try, actually. some of this. I made an apple juice pie last night. So I just got a random baking hankering. And okay, it's ugly, beware. But I bet it's going to taste so good. So it's apple juice and then sugar, flour, cinnamon, a little bit of ginger, nutmeg, allspice. That's going to be... Oh, and a little bit of lemon juice too. And I even put in a little bit of salt. Because just like a pinch of salt with the sweet will be good, I think. I'll cut a little piece. I reused this pie tin from the pecan pie I bought for Thanksgiving. How's that for recycling? Yeah, it looks good, huh? Oh, okay. Apparently did not cut it enough. Yeah, this one turned out way better than the first one I did. The first one I did was still so, like, liquidy. I don't think I used enough flour. This one has a nice consistency. It's like a congealed. Ooh, that's yummy. Let's see that. Here's a piece of apple juice pie. You should make a blueberry cobbler with lemon zest. Ooh, that sounds good. Definitely. I'm not, like, super experienced with baking at all, but, it's been a fun new endeavor for sure. I'm pretty good at stovetop cooking. I can make a lot of, like, Asian dishes. Turmeric, honestly, is one of my go-to spices when I do stovetop cooking and stuff. What state am I in? I'm in Missouri. Make this apple juice pie. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I didn't even, like, measure anything. See, that's my kind of baking. But it doesn't work for most baking. I feel like you have to, like, measure. Hi, baby. Hello. But okay, if you guys want the recipe for apple juice pie, I had one of the, like, pre-made pie, like, crusts or whatever. I put it in a tin, poured a bunch of apple juice in. Then I mixed in brown sugar, lemon juice, a little bit of salt, my spices, the cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, and allspice. I mixed in some white sugar too. What else did I do? Oh, and a little bit of vanilla extract. And then I mixed that all up together in the pie crust in the tin. And then in a separate bowl, I mixed a bunch of flour and sugar. I did about half and half. And I poured that on top, but I didn't mix it in. And then I cut slices of butter and put it on top of the flour on top of the apple juice. And then put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 45 minutes. I'm not even going to use the fork. You can judge me, I don't care. Yeah, it's turned out really good. Look at that texture. One year I made a blueberry sauce because I didn't have cranberry sauce for Thanksgiving. It was pretty good. I've also made blueberry juice with, like, a little bit of lemon from just like I had a bunch of frozen wild blueberries and smushed them up. That one was pretty good too. It was a little pulpy, but Hi. What are you doing? You're gonna say hi? You're so cute. Oh. My bad. Junie Pootie. Come here. Look at that sweet baby. I love you. I woke up to you laying on top of me last night, huh? You're a little cuddle biscuit, huh? Sweet baby. I sure do love you. You wanna smell my pie? You smell? Oh, there's that big boy cat. Hi, Sky Baby. Are you guys bugging each other already? I'd love to see what they do when they're home alone. I got some really funny videos of them this morning. Sky Boy, come here. You're just gonna look at me. Come here. You're slow blinking.
Oh, you're so heavy. Oh, that's my big boy. He's a big baby.
Oh, you're so handsome.
I missed you. Yeah, I missed you when I was at work. Huh? Were you bugging your sister?
Judy, why you got stink face? She's so funny. Okay, go bug her. Oh my gosh. My big boy sheds like crazy. Anytime I wear black and I hold him for like even half a second, I get covered in his gray fur. Oh, they're licking each other. It's so cute. Let's see if you guys can see this. Oh, aren't they sweet? It's a fine line though between like him grooming her and then now they're fighting. Why are you kicking his face, Junie? He was being so sweet to you. Be nice, Junie. Juniper, he's gonna bite you now. Hello. Alright, I don't think I want the crust part. Thank you. I think the cats are so cute too, but I know I'm a little biased. Now I had something salty. Anyone else go through that? You eat something sweet and you're like, that was great, but now I need salty or savory or something or another. I don't know. Actually, that's a lie. I do know what I want. I got this creamy curry bisque soup at Aldi the other day. Oh, this is so good. I haven't opened it yet. That's why it's still in the pantry. Look at this. It's so good. I'm gonna have some of that. How's my day going? It's going good. I just got off work. I was at work all morning and I guess early afternoon. I knocked out probably about 5 hours worth of shipment in 4 hours, which is not bad. I work at Victoria's Secret, but it's the lingerie shipment slows me down because you gotta like some of it you have to steam, and then I had to, I don't know, it just takes forever to hang it up. I can knock out panty boxes like nobody's business, and the bras I'm pretty fast at, especially now that I know like all the different styles and everything. Get some soup. And it comes with this Neato glass jar I get to keep, which I know I don't need any more glass jars. I literally have a whole whole cabinet full of glass jars. I'll use them someday for something. My dad makes fun of me for all my glass jars. But when the apocalypse happens and y'all need containers, see who has the last laugh. I had this idea once for like a little skit where it's like two people like living together, and one of the people throws out like a whole like jar of something, or like a hatchet, a knife, and the guy goes like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you throwing this away?" And she was like, "Well, I've been planning for the apocalypse for years. I throw away all kinds of useful stuff for the apocalypse, and then when that happens, I'll just go to the to the dump, and I'll know somewhere in these bags I have everything I need." Oh no, I thought it'd be funny because I'm stupid, so and I'm also not funny, so that's okay. Oh, this soup is gonna be so good. I kind of want something carby to have with it. Maybe crackers? Maybe bread. I don't know. I'm gonna go with crackers. Get these little rounds here. Put some on a plate. Oh, I'll just put it on top of the bowl. No sense in dirtying up another plate. Ooh. The cover's hot.